How is crypto better than banking? What's the difference? If you don't know, my name's Brett, aka Crypto2Surf. I'm a crypto developer, longtime entrepreneur, and my family and I got to live in Costa Rica for a couple of years. Moved back to the States last year, and I wanted to compare the banking differences versus cryptocurrency transactions. Um, if you live in the States, banking is already a headache. It could take up to 3 to 5 days before you receive a refund, before you receive a payment that was sent to you. But they have no trouble at all deducting any amounts that you use immediately from your bank account. That never takes any time, right? Funny how that works. And then in Costa Rica, it was an absolute nightmare. I tried to join one of their banks there and I sat in the lobby for an hour and a half. I never moved maybe one person the entire time. It's well known that it's just an absolute madhouse there. It's chaos. It's nothing ever goes right. Accounts are locked all the time. And it could take weeks before you receive payment. Sometimes they get held up, especially if it's a larger payment. If you need like a wire to build a house or buy a house, sometimes those amounts can get held up for weeks. And then I've heard horror stories of those amounts never getting received at all. It's just locked up for indefinite amounts of time because it's a large amount of money and they're making sure it's not the cartel, yada, yada. But there is no efficient system that I was able to find when we lived there. And that goes the same for many banks around the world. How does crypto change that? So a lot of people like to say, oh, look at Bitcoin, you're never going to use that. Well, Bitcoin is not designed for that. So Bitcoin is not used for your everyday transactions. It's more compared to like a store of value, comparable to gold, digital gold. Where the difference is there's a definite supply of Bitcoin, only ever 21 million. Of that, a bunch of it has been lost. People lost their private keys. They'll never find it again. Probably happened when Bitcoin wasn't worth much and they didn't think it would ever be. Also, there's been a lot of Bitcoin that has never moved wallets ever since it was first created. So who knows, that might never be touched again. So of that 21 million total supply, a lot of that may not ever hit the market again. So it's a definite finite amount of that Bitcoin. And with the global adoption finally coming from all of us tin hat people that have loved crypto for years, and we've been trying to tell others about it and they think we're just yahoos. And in fact, my own wife, she would just kind of glaze her eyes over and not pay attention to me after a couple of minutes of trying to sell crypto and explain the vision. And it takes a while to wrap your brain around it. But once you do, you understand how much it disrupts the traditional banking system. No longer do you have to go begging a bank and having perfect credit, perfect haircut, wearing a suit, and having a traditional business to try to go get a loan to explore, your purpose and why God designed you. Because we're all created different. Not all of us are meant to go wear a suit and, present ourselves as perfectly as some of the other professionals who were blessed with that gift are. So what I like about crypto is you now are just starting to see decentralized finance come into play to where the everyday dude with his hat backwards can go try to get a loan to pursue a cool dream that traditional finance typically wouldn't even entertain. And not to mention all the bank fees. The overdraft fees are a massive amount of how banks make their money. And who do they take that from? The people that are already broke. They're already hurting. They can't pay their bills. Everything's falling apart. And what happens when you're falling apart? They're going to take more money out of an account that doesn't have any money. So I don't appreciate that. I think you're kicking the little man, and I love that crypto presents an opportunity to go around all of that. And like I mentioned earlier, the payment system for traditional finance is typically revolved around the SWIFT system, I think, and very antiquated, super old system. That's why it takes many days for payments to be sent around the world, sometimes weeks. And crypto, it could be sent wallet to wallet instantly within a few seconds. I could send someone $1 million worth of Bitcoin wallet to wallet and not have to go through a bank, a middleman taking a percentage of that. So massive opportunities in crypto. Trump and his crew, the whole regime are coming in and they're about to clear house and really push for crypto. I think Trump finally understood it when his son, I think it was Eric Trump, presented it to him in the right way to where he can not fight it, but understand the opportunity. You know, everybody has an opportunity to do something with crypto now and to be at the forefront of it instead of trying to fight it and missing the boat, you know, missing the whole opportunity who's right here in your lap. So, let's see, you have the BlackRock, you have the Vanguard, you have MicroStrategy buying billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin. I think they just bought another $2.1 billion worth yesterday. You have El Salvador, who has completely changed their economy. They're in the profit over $300 million just from buying some Bitcoin with a portion of their reserve, their country's reserve. So I know that Trump is pushing for America to also do the same and to hold a portion of our country's reserve in Bitcoin. And other countries are going to start to follow suit. Microsoft, I think today the board might be voting whether they should be holding a portion of their reserve in Bitcoin. If they do it, you have everybody else, you know, Google, Tesla, so many other companies that should be considering it. So that's a quick synopsis, a quick rundown of how crypto is way better than banks. There's no comparison. In fact, I think traditional banks, if they don't adopt crypto, they're not going to be around that long. So we'll see what the future holds. That's just my guess as a crypto enthusiast and YouTuber. You guys have a blessed day. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment. If you agree with me, great. If you disagree with me, drop it below. It'll be funny to read. Thanks, guys.